Welcome, guys.
Welcome.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed.
Studio heads are back.
Yeah,
with our passion for.
Yeah, definitely. I see so much love in the first episode, so thank you very much indeed for that. It was really much appreciated. Thank you for that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for following us.
Yeah.
And so don't forget to check our respective socials, Facebook,
Yeah.
Twitter, and etc.
Yeah, and subscribe to the channel
Yeah,
because subscribe to the channel because it's really important. You never miss a thing.
Exactly.
So do it.
We don't. You want you to miss about stuff.
Exactly.
How's it going, Guy, in Italy? Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. We're just waiting for the new reopen. So it's a bit scary from one side, but it's really exciting for the other side. So we can wait for that. How about you?
All good. We have a planned. We have a planned reopening of the country and everything from May.
Yeah, okay, from May.
From mid-May gradually. Okay. May 11th.
Yeah, same
May
year,
18th.
same year.
I don't believe though that my kids are going to go back to school this year.
My kids neither. We definitely talking about September or maybe mid-September. Somebody is talking about October, but I really hope they can fix it and they sort it out in September because we really need to go to our kind of normal life and kids probably more than anybody else because they are missing the social part of the school. You know, I'm not talking about lessons, but I mean the real aim of the school. I don't want to bore you people with that, but I mean the most important part of the school and making it socializing people or the touch, the human touch between people itself, which is really important for
this is something you cannot replace.
Exactly.
And speaking of the human touch and everything, we're gonna talk about a bit of about twisting knobs and gear in general. Gear. Because I've always wanted to know something because we never talk about this. After all these years we've known each other, we never. I cannot believe that we've never talked about your gear, what you use.
Okay,
in the studio. Please tell me. I'm gonna
ask you the same question.
I'm
gonna ask the same question to you in the next minutes. Okay, just to be sure. I mean, the most important gears on my studio are three, actually. Machine studio. Machine studio, which is really important because sometimes everything comes from that. Most of the times everything comes from machine studio, and I'm not talking about only the drums part, but the randomized things that comes from machine studio, which is on my right side. I can show you, which is over there.
Please.
And the machine jam is over there. There are several gears I can show. There is an access virus, which is really fundamental for me.
The virus.
Yeah, the virus. This is really important.
Which one is it?
This is the TI version, which is one of the first totally integration. Which is totally out of sync. It doesn't work very well.
It doesn't matter.
Exactly. But sometimes it's better that way because it forces me to focus on the sounds and not to sync or playing something which is really how do you say robotic. Sometimes it's out of sync and it's fine over there. I mean, we all need some mistakes in our life, in our robotic life.
Accidents make the music. You talked about we had a conversation about that before, and you told me how important accidents can be in music, especially specifically with those machines.
Exactly.
Because I have the machine coupled to here.
Which is
I told you previously how much of a machine fan that I am, and all kinds of accidents, happy accidents happen on the machine and not necessarily on anything else because it's too complex. If you have something like Logic, Cubase, it's great. There are great pieces of software. But if you want to restrict yourself in a certain area of music creation,
yeah,
machine or even the push for sample manipulation, they are the perfect tools.
Exactly.
But you have to use them, for sound design. I use a Machine MK3 for my found sounds, and a Machine Jam for for my contact instruments on top of a machine.
Of course. They are really.
You have a Machine Jam too,
right? I got a Machine Jam too on the right side. Actually, can you see this? Probably. Oh yeah, it's over there.
Yeah.
I got a Machine Jam, which is really sometimes it's really unpredictable, because sometimes I turn the volume down and I play something on Machine Jams, and then I put the volume up and say, wow. What is that? Yeah, this is the power of making music without listening to the music itself. But at the beginning of a process, as I told you, I come from the academy, and I have in my mind some structure about chords or whatever. I really need to deconstruct myself, and I really need some mistakes to do something different.
So you are using.
Machine Jam,
machine and jam and machine
together
for idea generation.
Exactly, and they are really good because you play something by mistake, by and
instinctively, and sometimes you're like, oh,
wow, it sounds good, it sounds crappy. Most of the times it sounds different. I don't want to say crappy.
It reminds me of the good old times of.
Exactly.
Hardware, synthesizers and everything.
When you record something, you have to re-record in real time. You have to edit. You have to do something. It's a long process, but honestly, it's nice. It's nice anyway, because you put yourself into another situation. It's always music. Trust me. I mean, music is not something which has a structure. Music is something unbelievably unbelievably huge.
Just like the guys from our musical research in France said, like Pierre Schaeffer, if you know him, he's the godfather of music concrete. And he was saying, hey, music is not only notes, but it's also sounds.
Exactly.
And I love how you can manipulate sounds with these units. Reminds me of the good old Akai samplers.
Lovely. I had it back in the days. And it's kind of strange. You can pretty much build a track on the Akai, probably with a sampler, or 1 minute sampler, 2 minute sampler, and then you have to think how to manage 2 minutes sampling and to build a track. It was really challenging, but at the same time, you focus yourself in a creative process that sometimes I lost in the latest years. All right.
What is right behind you? There is another scene.
There is another scene. There is another huge scene. Actually, it's a kind of monster itself. It's not as easy. It's a Davy instrument mono evolver. It's a really creative instrument because it has a kind of a huge matrix with 4 different arpeggiators, and they are independent one from each other. It's crazy the things you can do with that.
For me, I'm sure there's something for me.
Exactly.
Have you met Dave Smith actually?
No, never.
The guy who created
such a great guy. I've seen different.
I have several times. Yeah, I remember because you know that I'm going to the NAMM show every year now in California.
Yeah.
And the first year I went, actually the guy had a special booth at the entrance of the convention center.
Really?
Only for him, only for Dave Smith instruments.
I love him.
And he did something absolutely crazy. He was he was doing the distribution of shots
really?
To everyone getting it.
Really?
That's crazy.
Such a crazy guy.
You know, you can tell, you would get a free shot.
Such a futuristic guy. I mean, he's not really young guy, but he's from another world. I was.
I met him again at Super Booth in Berlin, last year.
Yeah.
And you have to see how this guy is just like normal.
Yeah.
In terms of behavior and everything, but everything that comes out of this.
It's crazy. It's an alien. I do believe an alien. He is definitely an alien. Like many others, actually. It's crazy. Back to our topic. Which are your favorite tools in the studio, instruments and tools?
My studio tool probably that's Machina.
Yeah.
Because everything lives in there.
Yeah.
Just like you, I used it for. I use it a lot for sample manipulation and everything. And by the way, if you join this nice talk with us guys, please just tell us what your favorite gear is.
Oh, definitely.
What is your central piece in your studio gear?
Sure.
We'd love to know about this.
Sure, definitely.
So to answer your question is just Machina, not because of the sequencer and everything, but just like the good old MPC days and like I said, the Akai samplers, because you have a ton of sample manipulation things, and it's a lot more intuitive and a lot more. It's much more of a space for happy accidents.
Exactly.
Than a DAW such as Cubase or Logic can be. I like all sequencers. I have lots of software sequencers here. I have Logic. I use Ableton Live all the time. I use, of course, Machina. I use Reason. Do you use Reason?
Me
still?
too. I'm a big fan of Reason.
Oh my god! I think such a fan of it.
Reason. Trust me, it's such a game changer. The new Reason rack is such a game changer. I loved Reason back in the day. You have it, right?
Yeah, but I mean the Reason rack and all the small built-in devices.
Yeah.
So the devices that come with the software when you buy it. Actually, what I love about them is that they are perfect replacements for the missing pieces in your plugin collection.
Totally.
For example, I was looking at the RE201 emulation from Arturia. This echo unit.
Sure.
So for delay.
Yeah.
I was like, I need something like this. Yeah. And the guitar rig, the one that's in the guitar rig, it's not bad.
Totally agree with you. It's not the biggest eco delay ever. Yeah.
And I was almost ready to take the plunge and because there is a sale, 50% sale on that unit only. But I was like, again, gear. I'm an anti-gas, I just want to keep doing stuff with whatever I have now because it's more than enough. And then I but I have this echo thing in Reason.
Yeah, the orange one, isn't it?
Hey, you just open it in the orange one, and you just open it into a rack.
Love it as well.
That's all you need. Yeah. You have all your delay needs in one machine, and this is what
it's crazy the things you can do. I was testing it last afternoon probably because I really needed something which pitch shifting voices.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean the presets are amazing as well. So I think you can try it, you can test it. So do yourself a favor and go to Reason Rack. They are not paying us.
ReasonStudios.com. That's the name of the site.
Yeah, it's amazing. Definitely. I got Okay. I got an answer to a question that I see in the YouTube. So please subscribe to YouTube channel or Airwave YouTube channel because you never miss a thing about that. Sorry again. I've seen a question about how I made the Enzo Vocal thing, and it's quite specific. Only 3 words. I stuck together my voice. I sampled my voice. That one. A CS from Arturia, CS8.
CS80.
Exactly.
I have it too. Yeah.
Okay. I love it. It's such a big fan of it. And Omnisphere vocal choir.
And Omnisphere?
Okay.
You have Omnisphere
I
yourself?
love it. Omnisphere. I mean, I love it.
Have you received my libraries?
Yes. Do yourself a favor again and check his presets. His banks.
Thank you.
Freaking awesome. They are awesome. They are a game changer as well. If you need some inspiration again, check them out.
Yeah, well, these are idea starters. I wanted to create the first volume this way, just an idea starter, so you have.
They are impressive. They are impressive. He's impressive. Okay, I'm not saying too many times, but this guy really is a freaking genius because it's unbelievable. How can you transform a wave sound into something definitely definitely far from this work.
That's the magic of Omnisphere. I haven't created anything, you know. The guys behind Omnisphere are just top notch. You know, the rack, the effects rack and everything. I'm a big Omnisphere lover.
Me too.
It's not my favorite synth.
Me neither.
I have to admit that it's not my favorite synth because I think its filters are not.
Yeah, they can improve it. I agree with you.
But seriously, I developed quite a few libraries in there. So we have the free volumes for Airwave, plus a box of noise, which is my latest one, and I really strongly recommend it. They're all available on pluginguru.com, together with all the libraries from John Skippy Lemko, who is a very influent guy. I don't know if you have a Korg synthesizer. I guess you've had several Korg synthesizers.
I do. I have sorry.
Yeah, tell me which ones.
I got a Minilog, which is over there.
Okay.
Which is over there, which is nice. I mean, not my favorite hardware because it's really. I mean, I really love the knobs on Korg Minilog, but the tiny keys are really. I mean, I don't like it. I don't like the tiny keys as well. I got an ASH. Sorry. Say it again.
Tell me.
Yeah. I got an ASH. Probably you can see. Okay. Just let me unplug it and I'll show you.
Show us, please.
I got the tiny. Can you see these? Okay, I got.
Jealous.
This is nice. It's definitely nice. They say that it's not hardware, but it has a software inside it. It's nice and rare. I don't like the tiny keys. Anyways, it's really tiny. Even though I got tiny fingers, but it's nice anyway. But
you want tiny? You want something tiny?
Yeah.
That's when I'm stuck on a plane.
Yeah, it's nice.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, it's nice. I had one as well somewhere over there.
But they suck, really. They're horrible.
It's just to say that she have a cable. This is not
good call on audio because that's the best format for Globetrotters. The Globetrotter that we can be, because chance that we get to make music with the complete control SA-D8 on a plane.
Yeah. It's really, I know.
Less than nihil.
Yeah. Definitely.
So, speaking about Korg, actually, and Plugin Guru, the reason why I mentioned that is because John Lemko made so many presets and samples for Korg back in the 90s.
Yeah.
In the heyday, of Korg with the T series, O1W series, the X series, N364, and then Trinity, Triton series. He made so many of those patches.
Yeah,
it's just
they are real
crazy.
Good.
The guy is really cool, and he also made a digital synthesizers factory patches that
Sure.
It's some of them. It's the Roland JV1080.
Oh, lovely!
It's a classic. Yes. It's a classic digital rack, and it was a favorite among dance producers back in the 90s. So
I had it back in the days. I had it and sold it probably 12 years ago, 13 years ago.
Same.
Yeah, it was amazing, but definitely not necessary for my future and stuff. But anyway, probably I will buy it when I'm old. I'm not sure.
Actually, there is an emulation now on the Roland Cloud thing, and I got to test it out, and it's really, really good.
Are they? Because I never tried them.
I strongly recommend this emulation. I was not convinced by the analog synth emulations myself because I have so much more. I have got the Juno from TAL. Wow. I've got the CS80. The Jupiter 8 from
which I love it. I love it as well.
Etc. So I'm not into that. And I've got a SH101 too. But the digital synthesizers, the sound canvas and everything for quick ideas, and the D50.
Yeah, I love the D50 as well. I'd love to buy the new boutique D50 as well. This is really expensive. I think $300 for that.
A colleague of mine has it, and it's really nice.
Is it?
It's really nice to have. But if you want to spend your money in a better way, I strongly recommend the Roland Cloud emulation, because
they sound,
it's a rack anyway, and you have this tiny keyboard. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Totally totally agree with you.
Yeah,
totally agree. I think it's too much. It's too much. $300 for that tiny set. At the same time, I think that Behringer made the MS-01, which is a kind of emulation of SH-101. I never tried it, and they say it sounds pretty much similar to the SH. Have you tried it?
It's very good. I got a chance to try their 808 emulation. Now I know that Behringer doesn't have a very good reputation, but that said, only for twisting knobs and everything. Remember that dance music was born on pawn shop devices.
Exactly.
The 909, no one would buy a 909.
I know.
No one would buy a 303.
Yeah.
These instruments, they sucked big time, and this is what made the Belleville Free so famous about.
True.
These devices that no one would actually care about.
True, so true.
In these second-hand shops. Yeah. So this is why I believe that Behringer here plays a very, very good role.
Yeah.
Because they're coming up with emulations. So they didn't invent anything.
Exactly.
And they are pretty aware of that, I'm sure. But they come up with, an affordable price. Now, I know that resellers are a bit pestering about Behringer because their margins are so small and etc. etc. That said, I mean, I have seen no other company with an emulation, a replica of the R2600 in the making for less than €1,000.
Exactly.
It's gonna be amazing.
Exactly.
And I'm probably gonna get myself one.
Me too. Probably I will try the Pro One emulation from Behringer as well. I'm quite excited about it. It's €280 for that piece of gear. I'd love to try it as soon as I can go out from this freaking situation. I'm gonna try it out definitely, but and probably I will buy it.
And as soon as I have it, I'm definitely gonna send you my copy of the Korg Wave State, so you can have a try.
Do it.
You know that I made some of the factory
I know.
right?
I've seen it. I've checked them out. They sound huge as well.
This thing is just, but the hardware device, you will love it. It's full of knobs and sliders and stuff. It's crazy what you can do with it. Seriously, the musician that you are will love it for sure.
I will. Thank you.
So thank you for joining us. If you want us to discuss more about gear, we can do that in the future. We'd love to discuss gear with you all guys, and leave a comment in the section below.
Yeah, just ask whatever you want. Just ask whatever you want to talk about, and we'll do it. Definitely.
Yeah, sure.
Feel free to.
We'd like to talk about more. And so next week, same time, same place, on your favorite pages, favorite socials.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, and see you next week.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Ciao.